Hey Pisces, welcome to your reading. It's going to be a general reading for my Pisces. Anybody who's a Pisces or has a strong Pisces, like pie, like maybe you like some pie. I do like chocolate pie. You like pie, Pisces? If you like pie, put your favorite pie in the comments. But anyway, what's cooking, good looking? Let's see what we got going on. If you do want a personal reading, because this is a general reading, so please only take what resonates. Don't put on a shoe that doesn't fit you. If you want a personal reading pertaining to you specifically and your energy, go down below. I have very affordable personal reading options down there. Alrighty. We're going to kick it back old school. I started pulling tarot on here literally like 4 years ago on the date. 4 or 5 years ago on the date. I used to do really long readings with multiple decks. I'm going to kick it back that way for a little bit here. We're going to start with Pisces. I am going to do an individual reading for all zodiac signs. So if you're not a Pisces, stay tuned. Your sign will come up. And let's get rocking and rolling, Pisces. Let's start with the Oracle card from the Hidden Realms. Pisces, the Ice Queen, ideas preserved, non-action, entitlement. Number 28, the Ice Queen. Let's see what the Ice Queen says. And that is number 28. All right, Pisces, the Ice Queen. The Ice Queen has come to block your movement from your highest good. Let your ideas be preserved until later. This feels like work. If you got a good idea, don't tell anybody. Keep it for that group meeting. Keep it for that group conference. Keep it for that coming together of the ideas. Don't tell anybody beforehand. Don't give anybody a heads up. Even your manager. Other people might like your ideas, Pisces, and take them on as their own as if they're the ones that originated that idea. Keep your creativity to yourself. You can thaw them out and use them at another time when they will best serve. The realm of the Ice Queen is the place of non-action, and now is a perfect time to take a look at how far you've come and to ask yourself for a reclarification of your highest goals. Not all plans can be accomplished at this moment. In fact, putting them on ice allows for the perfect timing later on. Don't be too hasty in trying to reach your goal. An even better one will present itself if you surrender and spend the winter with the Ice Queen. I'm getting something like randomly just dropping in your lap, Pisces. And if you don't show a little bit of patience and rush into things, you're not going to get what's supposed to drop into your lap because you're going to be too preoccupied and too busy with things you shouldn't be submerging your energy in. Perhaps, too, you're trying to do too many things at once. This is a good occasion to choose only one thing to focus on and to let the Ice Queen put the others in the deep freeze until a more appropriate time. She'll let you know when it's time to let them thaw. They're literally showing me a deep freezer with meat. I don't know if you guys are homesteaders. I don't know if you buy a cow, half a cow, if you've been butchering your own animals for winter. But it's also for preservation purposes, right? People, sacrifice animals, harvest animals, and put them in their freezer for the winter when it's needed, when it's impossible to get that fresh meat elsewhere because all of your cattle is going to be harvested in the fall or the spring. All right? You gotta keep things to yourself to self-preserve, right? Keep your frozen meat frozen and only thaw it out when you need to eat it, when your tummy's grumbling. I feel like I'm getting a lot of patents, like patenting things. If you invent something, you do a patent so no one else can take your idea. I'm getting that. Like, I don't know if you really got some good ideas cooking like that where you're going to be inventing things or writing books or anything of that grand stature. But if that's a plan, keep it to yourself. Even if it seems impossible to create or get anywhere with it. Like, I'm never going to have a New York best-selling author. Like, I'm never going to be the #1 hit movie. My little narrative is never going to turn into, a play on Broadway. Those type of things, those limiting beliefs. I'm getting, use your fantastical Pisces energy. Believe in your ideas and keep them to yourself until someone's like, hey, Pisces, what's your idea on this new project? Hey Pisces, how do you feel about this? What do you think we should do? Wait till you're spoken to and then divulge your idea. Don't volunteer it. People listen more when they ask you straight up what you think and what you feel, not when you just volunteer it. We have Judgment and the High Priestess, Pisces. That is a powerful combo. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Here are my Pisces energy right here. My intuitive little beings, men and women. Keep your ideas to yourself and present them when you're called to. You are being asked to keep those little intuitive hits that you get to yourself. If all of a sudden at work something goes awry and you're like, wow, this would be a good solution to that, don't volunteer it. Your boss could say it was their solution to their boss and they get all the credit. Not until there's a little kumbaya with the whole team and they're like, hey, how do we fix this? And you're like, this is how I would fix it. Then the big boss knows it was your idea, right? That's what I'm getting, even with family. Don't tell anybody in the family what you're doing. All of a sudden, next Thanksgiving, you might come home and, buddy in the family over here took your idea and created their own type of wine and already has it, being marketed. I don't know. That's the vibe I'm getting here. You're going to get a lot of intuitive hits. Do this, go there, press that, apply for this, make this happen. Move in silence, Pisces. There's importance behind moving in silence. I'm also getting a lot of cat energy, independent energy, being to yourself. Keeping ideas to yourself, even if you have a significant other, even if you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. Keep your ideas to yourself. The High Priestess, you showed up really strong here, Pisces. First thing with Judgment. All my Pisces that this resonates for, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. You're doing exactly what it is you're supposed to be doing. Wait for the opportune times. Judgment will be called. The trumpets will sound at the right times and be like, Pisces, say it now. Pisces, apply now. Pisces, make a move now. That type of energy. Your intuition's going to guide you. Listen to your nervous system. It reacts around negative people, negative things, negative concepts. What do we have for Pisces? Judgment and the High Priestess. We have the Chariot, Cancer energy. You're never going to get anywhere if you keep standing still. What's interesting about this, and it's very conflictual, so we have Cancer on the board and we have Pisces on the board, very, very strong water energy. From the High Priestess energy, I'm really getting those standing still. Like, I'm going to stand still until I'm asked not to stand still. Like, I'm going to be a wallflower until I'm plucked. And, then I'll say something. But there's this energy of hastiness. There's this energy of, I got to get there, I got to get there, I got to go. The Chariot gets where they want to go. Their forward movement, their forward traction, their travel. I'm really drawn to this snail. Some of you guys might be seeing snails. I don't know why I'm very drawn to the snail. I want another card on the Chariot card. Why is this so conflicting though? This might be a total opposite energy of you. You might be dealing with a Cancer or someone with Cancer really strongly in their chart. Or you might just be dealing with the energy of haste around you. You're watching this when it's time stamped. The U.S. Olympics are going on right now, and the cyclists, that battle and ride their bikes to win the race is kind of coming up in my foremind right now. I feel like you might be surrounded by pretty competitive people, whether it's in your family, at church, in your community, at work, and your ideas are gold, and the competitive people around you are trying to get ahead. Don't give anybody a token to get ahead or get on the ride before you, right? Don't give your tokens away so people don't be getting on those rides. What's the Chariot card? Too many. What's the Chariot card? The Moon. More Cancer Pisces energy. Wow. Two of Wands. Your decisions decide your future, nothing else. The moon and decisions. Anytime you are forced to make a decision, you need to make a decision, you're called to make a decision, you are being called to do it in solitude by yourself. But I'm also getting what you do right now, Pisces, is going to dictate your future. So make sure you make smart decisions now, responsible decisions now. Give yourself time to think before you act. Don't be impulsive. This reading says do not be impulsive. Do not just blurt out what it is you're thinking or what you're saying. There's a weapon behind the silence here is what I'm getting. But when you are being called to make a decision, think about it. Take some time to think about it. Don't let anybody rush you. Don't let anybody rush your project. Don't let anybody, rush your goal, rush your dream, try to dictate it. Your decisions determine your future. Don't be a victim of dogma. When we listen to other people and we make decisions based off other people's opinions and we're the only one that reaps the consequences of making decisions based off what other people told us to do, that is dogma. Don't do that. If other people say, hey, Pisces, I think you should do this, and you end up doing it and you end up hating it and it ends up going left for you and doesn't work out, you still made a decision to do it under the influence of other people. Not everybody has your best interest at heart. Sometimes it's their best interest they have at heart, right? If they're going to lose you in any way or in any capacity, they may feel the need to tell you to do something opposite of what it is you really should do. So just be very mindful of who you go to for opinions, for insight. People are biased. Keep things to yourself. I'm also getting a lot of secrecy here, though. A lot of secrecy. There's a lot going on beneath the person, beneath the surface here, Pisces. There's a lot of emotions wrapped up around a decision you do need to make, but judgment is here, which lets me know that that decision is going to go in your favor. Just don't make any decisions too hastily. If you are dealing with a Cancer, take some time to reflect. Take some time to, look at the situation, decisions you might be making with a Cancer energy, or Cancer, if you're watching this, decisions you might be making with the Pisces. You might want to take some time to think about it, to evaluate that. I'm getting sorrow and sadness, though, at night. So some of you guys, what is that? I think it's called late night depression. There's morning depression, late night depression. A lot of you guys, once you have that time to think and the busyness of the day subsides, that's when emotions hit you. That's a good time to think. It's a good time to get an idea of what it is that is best for you. Lots of Cancer and Pisces energy here for my Pisces people. King of Wands. King of Wands is a leader energy. It's somebody who paves the way for other people. It's fire energy. It's the element of fire. The element of fire is, strong. It burns. It can be painful. It can be, really sharp and wicked, but it can also be really bright and illuminating. When you're in a cave and you finally get the match lit and you can actually see, it's like, oh my God, we can see now. There is somebody guiding you, Pisces. It could be a therapist, a counselor, a mentor, a life coach, your parent, your grandparent. There is somebody who is guiding you, who says, hey, I'm coming into the little darkness here. I'm going to light this light and let's go this way. For some of you guys, it is a Passover loved one, a Passover guide that does feel physically male when they were on this side of the realm of things. But nonetheless, you are quite the leader, Pisces, and people will follow what it is you say. And you don't have to be real vocal about it. You don't have to be really strong and opinionated. People will see you doing your own thing. They'll feel the strength of you doing your own thing. And they might be like, hey, what's Pisces doing over there? They're doing something. Maybe we should go see. Maybe we should go follow. You show really exquisite leadership is what I'm getting here, Pisces. In the way you conduct yourself, and the way you handle yourself, and the way you operate. The way you make decisions. The way you allow yourself to guide you in the decisions that you make. Some of you guys might feel a little lost right now. I don't really know what to do. So you might be dealing with something with somebody in particular where you do have to make a very big decision. Judgment is here. That does feel like it's a little lonely, a little dark for you. So for some of you guys, you are going to be seeking somebody outside of the situation, outside of yourself. So counselor, therapist, mentor. I heard on the surface he looks calm and ready. So there's a lot of things going on beneath the surface. That moon energy, you know, you might be really put together on the outside, but when it comes to being by yourself, it's not the same. You're able to be vulnerable when you're by yourself, and it feels like there's a little bit of heavy emotion going on there, Pisces, and it's definitely surrounding a situation where you have to make some decisions. Some of you guys are going to be going no contact with somebody. It's an emotional decision. It's a really, really hard decision. It's something you don't want to do. You might be trauma bonded to somebody, but you know it's what's best for you because of all the heavy emotion around the relationship and how that relationship makes you feel. What else do we have for my Pisces people? What else do we have for my Pisces people? Whoa, too many, but only one popped up on the top. 3 of Wands. In the future, when you're able to put yourself out there, you're going to be rewarded for being loyal to yourself and keeping things close to your chest. You're going to be rewarded for having all those ideas when you announce them at the right place at the right time. 3 of Wands lets me know there's going to be a right place and right time for Pisces to show everything that they got going on, the idea they have, the wisdom they have, the opinion they have. There's going to be a time and a place for you to discuss that, but it's not going to be at random. It's going to be right at the round table where there can be no ifs, ands, or buts on who that idea comes from. It will be no ifs, ands, or buts, you know, at the family dinner table, who decided to do what. I don't know. I don't know why. I feel like people are trying to steal from you, Pisces, or steal your ideas, or just envious of your brain or your creativity. Pisces are very, very creative people. They think outside the box. They're not stuck within 4 walls. You know, they're very theatrical and animated and charismatic. But there will be a right place at the right time. Stay loyal to yourself. If someone says, Pisces, what would you do? Just be very vague. Hey, Pisces, what's your idea on this? Be very vague. You don't have to give details. You don't really have to say much. But set a boundary here to keep things to yourself, especially at the workplace. Keep things to yourself. The bottom of the deck, we have the Magician, and it was reversed. Don't let anybody manipulate you out of creating your own path. Don't let anybody manipulate you out of changing course. Don't let anybody manipulate you out of doing what it is you want to do. I feel like there's manipulative people around you or a manipulative person who does not know how to manifest. I don't know how to make that happen for myself because I don't even know where someone would get an idea like that. I don't know how to do this. I can't come up with that. Pisces can, though. Maybe I can use Pisces. Maybe I can steal from Pisces, take from Pisces. There is a little bit of a low vibe energy around you, and naturally we're around these people because we live in the world, and a lot of people are low vibe right now. Look at the economy. You know, look at the war. Look at all these negative things that are going on within the outside of themselves and with the inside of themselves. You're very high vibe. Again, you guys are kind of alienish. You're not really from this world, all so to speak. But at the end of the day, there is a manipulative person around you who might be preying on your ideas, preying on your brain. Be mindful of that. Be mindful of anybody penetrating your brain and trying to influence you or sway you in any way. Stay strong. Have a backbone. Any other energies for my Pisces people? Any other energies for my Pisces people, please? Pop. Ace of Wands. There's a glow about you, Pisces. Again, you're a master manifester. You can make things happen. You're outer worldly. You're the alien. You're the person that is not going to be cookie cutter. You're unique. You're not original. You're a unique person. You're not the original carbon copy. Somebody guiding you, Pisces. For some of you, it is a Passover loved one. For others, there is a solid person in your corner that's a mentor, a life coach, your boss, someone that says, hey, The light's on. It's time to speak now, Pisces. But wait till the light turns on. Wait till that person shows up and asks you. If this is family or in personal life, because this feels very work-related, there's not a lot of pentacles here, but there is a lot of work. There is a lot of mental. There is a lot of physical, tangible energy. If this happens to be, you know, in the family dynamic or at a work, well, clearly y'all know I think this is a work situation. But if this is family or romantic, as hard as it is not to go to family and your partner for their opinion or what they would do, the energy here is saying just rely on what it is you know that's best for you. Don't let anyone try to make you compromise. Now, that might not bode well for relationships. You know, relationships are about compromise and communication. But when it comes to what you want to do and where you want to go and speaking about these ideas you have, these goals you have, these plans, these projects, you know, what you want to make happen for yourself, it's important you keep those things to yourself, even if you are in a relationship or you're very close with your family, because even the smallest opinion of, do you really want to do that? Are you sure? You got to be mindful, because those can plant seeds of doubt. Even if they're subtle or, you know, they're benign. There's nothing negative behind it. Now, I used to do this for those that have children, or this is for your inner child, Pisces. I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're 96 years old and you're watching my reading. You have an inner child that's still 5 years old that love to do certain things that the world told him or her that they couldn't do or be once they got of a certain age. But let's get an animal oracle card to finish this off for my Pisces inner child. And this can be your children's tarot card for the week or for the month. So what do we have from the kids oracle deck? We have the Lion. How perfect. I'm posting this in Leo season, but of course, if you're watching this at a different time, it's meant for you. I can't read it backwards. Ask for what you want. Take charge. Protect yourself. Male lions sit back until there's a threat. They aren't proactive. They aren't the lionesses that go out and hunt. They sit back and protect. Silence. Sit in the cocoon until they ask the butterfly what it is that we need and want from you. Don't speak or challenge anything is what I'm getting. Stay silent and you will be called upon, Pisces. And when you speak, others will listen. And that's exactly why Spirit and your guys are telling you to be quiet, because when you speak, people listen. And they want people to hear what it is you're saying, and they want people to know it originated from you. There's something about authenticity and the originator of it. I don't know if someone's trying to monopolize your ideas, or I heard grand gestures. Grand gestures. This is really random. Be mindful of grand gestures when it comes to people that only see a physical like in you. If someone's really physically attracted to you, they might do a lot of grand gestures, you know, to get into your personal space, to get one-on-one with you in that way, to take things a little bit farther on a physical level. I am getting that. So just be mindful of that, okay? I want to leave that here, Pisces. I love you so, so very much. Again, if you're a cross watcher, welcome. Only takes what resonates, okay? If you do want a personal reading, everything is down below. But I love you, Pisces. I wish you the very, very best, and I'll see you next time.